Hello subscribers, this is yours truly JBlue68 coming to you with another video, and I want to say first of all, happy Comic Book Wednesday. This is going to be a brief comic book review of a DC comic, not Marvel, DC. You know that I'm a Marvel man, but I also do dig and like DC comics. I pretty much like all comics, but this is a very cool comic book from the DC Black Label, which I thought had been discontinued, but DC has continued on the Black Label series, and I'm so very glad that they have. Before I get into this video, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please continue to do so, like, share, and comment, and tap the notification bell so you can get more videos like this as I post them immediately. Well, this is the DC Swamp Thing Green Hell book number 1. And this is the variant cover, I believe. There are 2 covers. This one's okay, but I'm going to show the really cool cover that I really like. And here is that cover. This book is written by Jeff Lemire, who has written for DC before, and I think I'm sure he's also written for Marvel. And then also features contributors Doug Mahnke and David Baron. And let's open this baby up. And then we have the credits on the side here. Writer Jeff Lemire, and again, as I mentioned, artist Doug Mahnke, David Baron is a colorist, and Steve Wands is a letterer. And one of the things I really wanted to show, of course, is the artwork from the page of this book. Artwork here is phenomenal. And the story basically deals with a post-apocalyptic Earth, and the 2 main characters you see here, Donald and his daughter Ronnie. They're having a daddy-daughter day. They looks like they're fishing or something like that for basically a bunch of junk in a lake. And the population of Earth has been decreased, where people are living on islands and in separate colonies. And this is one of the colonies that these two are living in. It's on a mountaintop, and it's surrounded by swamp stuff, so to speak. What I do like about the book is well paced. It's not overly verbose. The lettering is done very well. The words and the script looks to be very well paced with the story. And like I said, the colors and everything kind of pop. And this is the mountain that they're living in right here. And in this particular story, there's a group or a gang of people who actually come to collect from this particular group of people living on this mountain. And they do so by force, violent force if necessary, taking their spoils from this particular colony for themselves, and not caring necessarily if these people have anything to survive with. And again, they do so violently. This particular scene, this guy here, Donald, unfortunately gets the crap beat out of him by these people here, who are marching up to the island, as you can see right here in this particular panel. And I like the panels. Again, how everything's paced out. The story gets very dark and creepy towards the middle and towards the end, which is what a Swamp Thing story should be. And you can see it is quite violent. It's not necessarily for kids to read. Okay. And again, the colors here are very nice. The dark colors, the bright colors, the greens, blues, blacks, that sort of thing. So it's very well done. But getting more back into the story, in the lake or river or swamp that actually surrounds the island is a bunch of creatures living underneath or in the lake. And it looks like they're composed of the pollution and all the filth that humankind has deposited on Earth. They actually have become living entities and have kind of a hive mind. I mean, here it looks like creatures formed from oil. Then you have red right here, so I don't know what that is. And then you have the green here, you know, which of course signifies trees and greenery that is formed around the ocean, or excuse me, around the lake, if I'm explaining that correctly. And they actually have formed and made a decision to bring about the end of the remains of mankind that are on this particular island. Okay. And the people who are attacked by this other group of humans decide to form a coalition to go and attack the other humans who attack them, you know, and to defend themselves and pretty much, you know, keep themselves out of harm's way, but not knowing or not aware of what's going on in the underneath them in the lake, where these creatures again have formed their own group to destroy all of them, both sides, good and bad. So, you know, it's a good story. Again, it flows very well. Again, it's not overly verbose like sometimes a lot of stories are. The Black series under DC, I think, has done very well for the most part. Most of their books under this particular label, and again, you can see a lot of the violence that takes place in this particular story. But it's not violence that drives the story. It's the story that drives the story. The plot and everything is very well, again, paced, very well done. And it's very kinetic, energetic, dark, and vibrant. So I really enjoyed this read. And I'm glad that I picked up both copies, the variant copies of this particular book, Swamp Thing. And I know that Swamp Thing was on TV at one point, but unfortunately I never did get a chance to watch the television show. But the Swamp Thing books with DC have been doing very well. I highly recommend this book for reading. And you can see here's one of the creatures formed by the hive mind to come along and destroy mankind. And here it looks like it's tearing these particular people to shreds. Again, it's violent, but violence with a purpose, if that makes sense. And if you can see that it's kind of a little dark there. Okay. All right. So that's my brief review. If that was a review at all. Swamp Thing Green Hell. And this is, again, issue number 1, or book number 1, rather. And book number 2, of course, comes out in February. I can't wait to read the next issue. So I hope that you enjoyed this brief review, that you're interested in picking up this book under the DC Black label. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I appreciate you all. Happy Comic Book Day. Happy reading for whatever comic book that you decide to read on this comic book day and for the remainder of this week. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. Peace, love, and hair grease.